Take three.
Closer.
For my audience, I have Maria Sams, Michaela Sams, Lamont Sams Jr., Lamont Sams Sr., Geraldine Houston, and Benny Houston. Hello, my name is Kierstan Green, and today I come to you to present the history of women's basketball. Since 1892, basketball has proved to be one of the most popular sports among women. According to UConn's head coach of women's basketball, Gina Auriemma, who has won 9 national titles and has an 85.8% career wins, men created basketball, but women perfected it. This sport could not have been established without the help of influential people who saw a vision. There are numerous amounts of women who have paved the way for female basketball players today, like Cinda Barrington. In researching this speech, I learned about how women's basketball got started and also how it became popular. Today, I will introduce 3 points about women's basketball: its history, influential people in the sport, and its popularity in the present times. Let's start by looking at the history of women's basketball. In 1892, women's basketball, also referred to as netball, was created, exactly 1 year after the sport of basketball was introduced by James Naismith. Cinda Barrington created the first women's college basketball team in 1893. She coached at Smith College. The players were required to wear dresses with long socks and loafers, with their jersey number attached to the back of their dresses. Brinson adapted the same rules as Naismith to emphasize cooperation. In 1893, the first official women's basketball game was played at Smith College. No men were admitted to the game. Later on that year, women's basketball began at Iowa State College, Carleton College, Mount Holyoke College, and Sophie Newcomb College in New Orleans. Each year, more schools added women's basketball to their sports offering for girls. In 1901, the University of California, Berkeley was given an outdoor basketball court for women by philanthropist Phoebe Hearst. This also was the same year that Brinson created an edited version of Naismith's basketball rules. These edited rules were exclusively for women. In 1908, the Amateur Athletic Union tried to boycott women's basketball, saying it should not be played in public. Eventually, the boycott was overturned, and in 1914, the American Olympic Committee declared its opposition to the participation of women's basketball in Olympic competition. In 1926, AAU held its first national tournament for women's basketball, with 6 teams participating. In 1953, women's basketball was introduced internationally, and shortly after, in 1955, the first Pan American Games included women's basketball, and the USA won the gold medal. By 1975, player full-court games were introduced, and in 1973, scholarships were finally offered to women's college basketball players. In 1978, the Wade Trophy was established to honor the top collegiate player, and the first player awarded was Carol Blake-Jowski. Also, Bill Byron founded the 18 Women's Basketball League. In 1995, the Women's Basketball Association failed, and the American Basketball League was founded with 10 teams. By 1996, what we know now as the WNBA was created, and its first game was played in 1997. The WNBA will be celebrating its 18th birthday in 2014. There have been many people that contributed to the establishment of women's basketball. It would not be successful without the help of many influential players that paved the way for exceptional players in the present. Like Carol Blake-Jowski, many female basketball players have helped improve the game. There are 2 specific females I feel have impacted the game of women's basketball: Lisa Leslie and Cheryl Swoops. Standing at 6 feet tall, Lisa Deshawn Leslie started playing basketball in 7th grade. While at Morningside High School in Los Angeles, she led the team to 2 state championships. In college at the University of Southern California, she set several Pac-10 conference records for points and rebounds. In her final year at the University of Southern California, Leslie was named 1994 National Player of the Year. She made her first trip to the Olympics in 1996, held in Atlanta, Georgia. There she helped the U.S. team take home the gold medal in women's basketball. That same year, Leslie also launched a modeling career. In 1997, Leslie was one of the first players drafted in the WNBA. During her professional career, she picked up 5 MVPs, 2 WNBA championships, 3 Olympic gold medals, and she retired her legacy in 2009. Another influential figure in women's basketball is Cheryl Swoops. Cheryl Denise Swoops is considered one of the best female basketball players of all time. Swoops began dominating the court as a student at South Plains Junior College, excelling on the women's college basketball team and earning Junior College Player of the Year in 1991. Transferring to Texas Tech, Swoops quickly gained more national recognition. She scored 1,000 points in 46 games during her time at Texas Tech. Swoops set more than 10 school records, including for points per game and best free throw percentage. Swoops became the first player to be signed to the WNBA in 1997 and was assigned to play for Houston Comets. During her time with the Comets, the gifted forward helped lead the team to 4 back-to-back WNBA championships from 1997 to 2000. For her performance at the 2000 championship, Swoops was named the WNBA's most valuable player. That same year, she once again thrived in Olympic competition, bringing home gold as a part of the U.S. women's basketball team at the Sydney Games. In 1995, Swoops began the first woman to have shoes named after her. She won 2 more MVPs after retiring in 2011. The women I stated previously, relentless effort helped contribute to the women's basketball popularity today. In 2010, women's basketball was named the most popular sport among women's sports. Many women's basketball players like Tulsa Shock player Skylar Diggins, LA Sparks Candace Parker, Minnesota Lynx Maya Moore are getting recognition for their efforts. As a rookie in the WNBA, Skylar Diggins had the most jersey sales in the league. She also has 420K followers on Twitter, which happens to be the most followers for any female athlete on a social site. Maya Moore and Candace Parker are very popular women's basketball players nationally and internationally. As we have seen, women's basketball has transformed into one of the most popular sports in the world. Not only has women's basketball opened up a stepping stone for women, but it has also showed men that we can do anything that they can do, if not better. I would like to thank all the women that have paved the way for many women's basketball players today. Hopefully, the sport can continue to vastly improve. It's going